Buttor family is mourning the loss of its eldest son. Shahid E'jaz was shot nearly a week ago. His brother is so overwhelmed with grief, he faints. His mother implores him to wake up. She says he's all she has left after losing Shahid.
He was on his way from work at an apple farm. We had been waiting for him when we got a call saying he was shot dead at a checkpoint in Shopyaan district. We don't know what actually happened.
Authorities say Shahid was caught in crossfire between paramilitary forces and what they called suspected terrorists. That happened after Indian-administered Kashmir suffered its worst violence in months in October. At least 33 people were killed. Like Shahid, 10 were civilians. Governed in parts by India and Pakistan, the disputed territory has long suffered tension and unrest. Indian-administered Kashmir has seen a decades-long armed rebellion against New Delhi's rule. 2 years ago, the Indian government revoked the region's autonomy and imposed one of the strictest lockdowns in history, further fueling resentment. The recent incidents have triggered memories of the 1990s when insurgency was at its most violent. The targeted killings of minorities was common and led to an exodus of thousands of Kashmiri Hindus. The government has responded by putting more soldiers on patrol, and they often frisk people. Members of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharati Janata Party denounce this comparison and insist the security measures will prevent further attacks.
Back then, separatists and militants roamed free. That doesn't happen now because they don't have any presence. Terrorists are becoming irrelevant, which is why they are targeting unarmed civilians and poor migrants.
Some political analysts accuse the government of failing to stem a sense of alienation among the region's youth that is fueling a separatist movement in the region.
This is somewhat creating a huge sense of insecurity among the masses, and they feel that they are back to the situation that was within the valley and other parts of Jammu and Kashmir in early 90s when NC was at its peak.
A police investigation is underway into the civilian killings, and security forces have detained hundreds of people for questioning over the last few weeks. But Shahid's family disputes the official version of the incident and wants a more thorough probe. They say they're waiting for justice and struggling to cope with the void left by his passing.